Hello everyone. I hope you all are good and doing well. So I welcome you all in this question discussion session of AIET 2 for NEET examination of class 12, sorry, class 11th. So just like previous sessions, what I have done, I have selected some important questions where I feel like you may be having certain difficulties. So let's navigate through those questions. This is the first question. A student measured the diameter of a small steel ball using a screw gauge of least count 0.001 centimeter. So what is the least count here? 0.001 centimeter. The main scale reading is 5 millimeter. Okay. So how we give the reading of a screw gauge? So total reading is written as main scale reading plus circular scale reading plus, sorry, not plus. Then we will do minus what we will do minus error. Okay. So here you will write minus error. Now in the question it is given main scale reading is already given, that is your 5 millimeter. So let's write it in term of centimeter because answer is also in centimeter options. So it will become 0.5 centimeter plus circular scale reading. How we calculate circular scale reading? For that we see what division of circular scale is coinciding with the reference level, that is with the main scale. So here 25 division is coinciding. In that case, we will write circular scale reading as 25 into least count, that is 0.001 minus error. So error is how much? Minus 0.004. अब आप इसको solve कर लो. If you are going to solve it, 0.5 centimeter plus, these all are in centimeter, right? So this will become 0.021 centimeter. So if you're going to write it, 0.521 centimeter. So correct answer is what? Correct answer is your A. Okay. Now let's move on to the next. A particle starting with certain initial velocity and uniform acceleration covers a distance of 12 meter in first 3 seconds and distance of 30 meter in next 3 seconds. Initial velocity of the particle. So question is very simple. Let's say initial speed is u and acceleration is a. Then for first 3 seconds, if we apply second law of motion, that is a is equal to ut plus half at square. If we are going to apply that, then it will become 12 meter. U is not known and time is 3 seconds for first 3 seconds. So this is 3u plus half into a into 9. 3 ka square will become 9. If we apply the second law of motion again for next 6 seconds, like in next 3 seconds, it is covering 30 meter. So in whole 6 seconds, how much distance it is, displacement it is covering? 30 plus 12, that is 42. So if we apply this equation for first 6 seconds, then it will become how much in u into 6. So that will become 6u plus half into a into 36. Okay. Now we have to calculate what? We have to calculate the initial speed. So somehow let's discard a. So how we can do that? Let's multiply it with 4. So why 4? Because when you will multiply this 9 into 4, 36 by 2, here also it is 36a by 2. So they will become same, and when we will subtract them, they will get neglected. So यहाँ पे चलो लिखते हैं 48 equal to, this is your 12u plus this will become how much? Half into a into 36. And let's subtract it. So minus minus sign आप दे दो. So this will become minus 6 and this will become minus 6u plus 0. ठीक है? So u is equal to 1 meter per second. So correct answer will be what? It will be your D. Now let's move on to the next. Two balls A and B are placed at the top of 180-meter tall tower. So there is 180-meter tall tower. And what we are doing from this tower, we are throwing two balls down. One ball is your A and another ball is what? B. Okay? And what we are doing, A is released at t equal to 0. We are releasing it at t equal to 0 means, releasing means its initial speed is 0. Now ball B is thrown vertically down with an initial speed. It has some initial speed, unlike A. And it is thrown at what time? T equal to 2 seconds. Means 2 seconds later, it is getting thrown. Okay? After a certain time, both the ball meets. They are meeting at certain points. So suppose Karlo, they are meeting at this point. Okay? At this height, they are meeting. and they're meeting 100 meter above the ground. So if this is 100 meter above the ground, then this distance is 80 meter, right? So before meeting, both the balls are traveling 80 meter. Find the value of u. Okay, so chalo, equation of motion second, let's apply to the first ball. So if we are using that for first ball, s equal to ut plus half at square. From here we can get time. So s will be equal to how much? S will be your 80 meter. Let's take downward direction as positive. U is 0 for first, half into a after what time they are meeting? Is it given? No, it's not given. Acceleration is known, right? Acceleration due to gravity, 10. So this into t ka square. So 2, 5, and this will become 16. So t square is equal to 16, t equal to 4 seconds. So after 4 seconds, like A has traveled for 4 seconds before meeting, B will travel for how many seconds? 2 seconds, because it is getting thrown after 2 seconds, and then after 4 seconds, from the starting it is meeting. Means t equal to 0 pe you have thrown the ball A, and it traveled for 4 seconds before it could reach here. So ball B must have traveled for 2 seconds. Okay, so let's apply now equation of motion for the second ball. And if you're going to do that, s equal to ut plus half at square. S is 80 meter, u we don't know, time 2 seconds plus half into 10 into 4. So how much it will become? 20, and 80 minus 20, 60, 2u, like this is this. So u will be equal to how much? U will be, let's check here, are we doing any mistake? Half a 20, 80 minus 20 will be how much? 60. So this is this. Let's check here because some discrepancies I can see. So here answer will be what? U equal to 30 meter per second. Its correct answer is what? D. Actually, I thought like it is C, but no, it's D. So answer is what? D. By mistake, I wrote answer as C. That is why I told you to reach it. Anyway, the distance traveled by a body moving along the line T is proportional to TQ. So S is directly proportional to TQ. Acceleration time graph for the motion of body will be. Okay. So what it will be? ds by dt, you can write as k 3t square, right? So this is velocity. For acceleration, you will do dv by dt, and this will give you how much? 2k, sorry, 6k t. So acceleration is what? Acceleration looks like it is a is equal to 6 kt. So a is directly proportional to time. Here slope is also positive and there is no y-intercept. It means it will pass straight from the origin. So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be your B. So answer is B. Now, a boatman finds that he can save 2 seconds in crossing a river by the quickest path than by the shortest path. अब देखो quickest and shortest path का क्या concept है? So what is the shortest path? Just see here. This is the river. This is the river, right? This is the river. Suppose this river is flowing in this direction. Okay, you are standing here. Done it? And suppose you are facing like this, and then you started moving like this. So if you are aligning yourself normal to the river like this, along the width of the river, then what will happen? River current force will push you in this direction, and then you will like travels. You started this way, but you will end up somewhere here because water current has certain velocity, and that will push you in this direction if river current is flowing in this direction. So you will end up here. Done. This is the quickest path. This is the quickest path. Why quickest? Because with whatever velocity you can swim in the river, all of that velocity you are aligning along the width of the river. I mean, if you have to cross the river, you have to travel this much distance. Let's say this is D. So if you are aligning all your velocity along this direction, then time taken to cross the river will be equal to what? D by velocity of boatman. right? Because velocity of river is not going to contribute anything in making you cross the river. Okay? It will only give you horizontal displacement, right? And this for this vertical displacement, you should contribute to the velocity. So if you're aligning all your velocity along this direction, that will be the quickest path. And what will be the shortest path? So for shortest path, what you will do, like if this is the river and this is the river current direction, then you will align yourself like this. You will start swimming in this sense such that one component of your velocity, let's say this is your velocity. So this is your V sine theta. V sine theta will get cancelled by river velocity, and you will have velocity V cos theta in normal sense, and then you will end up here because there is no velocity in the horizontal direction. Reverse velocity is getting cancelled by V sine theta here. So person will start from A and end up at B. So shortest path. And here he was starting from A to reach at B, but he couldn't. He reached at C. So longest path, but quickest time. So chalo, अब question करते हैं. So a boatman finds he can save 2 seconds in crossing a river by the quickest path than by the shortest path. If velocity of boat in still water is this, speed of flow of water is this, then width of the river is what? So you just write here one thing. Uh, uh, what is given? Velocity of boat in still water is given. Okay? And a speed of flow of water is given. So here, uh, quickest time jo hoga t equal to, that will be equal to how much? Width of the river divided by velocity of man. How much it is? This is equal to your, if the velocity of boat in still water is this, yes, it is 30. Done. And if it is going by shortest path, then it is taking 2 seconds more. So for shortest path, suppose Karlo, he is aligning himself like this, then what will happen? So still its velocity is 13. Done. And here river velocity is given, that is 5 meter per second. So 13 sine theta, 13 sine theta will be equal to how much? 5. है ना? And then 13 cos theta will be the velocity in this direction. Will be velocity in this direction. And here time taken is 2 seconds longer. It means if you write here 3 by 13 cos theta, this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to t plus 2. Agree? ठीक है? Done hai? So this is this. Now let's solve it. So sine theta ka value is how much? Sine theta is 5 by 3. So if sine theta is 5 by 3, can you calculate cos theta? Yes, very easily. So this is 5, this is 13. So this will become how much? This will become 12. So cos theta is how much? 12 by 13. So if you solve here, d by 13 into 12 by 13, this is equal to t plus 2. So this will become how much? D by 12. So d by 12 is equal to t plus 2. Now d by 12 is equal to t का value क्या लिख सकते हो? D by 13 plus 2. If we go on to solve this, this will become how much? D by 12 minus d by 13. So this will become d by 13 into 12 is equal to 2. Now we need to solve it. If we go on to solve it, how much we will get? 13 into 12 you need to solve. Kitna aayega answer? So let's calculate it now. So what will be the answer? 13 into 12, d equal to आप लिख लो. 12 into 2 will become 24. 24 into 13, if you will do, you will get 312 meter. So correct answer will be what? It will be B. Just the calculation. Now this is this. Now let's move on to the next. A person travels along path OAB, then average velocity of person in OAB trip. So average velocity क्या होता है? That is displacement by time. So here displacement will be this. This is 3, this is 4, this will become 5. And this it covered in 2 seconds, this in 3 seconds. So overall in 5 seconds. So average velocity क्या लिखोगे आप? Average velocity equal to total displacement by total time. So that is your 1 meter per second. So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be 1 meter per second. Now let's move on to the next. The acceleration time graph of a particle moving along x-axis is shown. If the particle starts with 3 meter per second at t equal to 0, find velocity at t equal to 4. So this is acceleration time curve. Okay? Initial speed is given 3 meter per second. So we have to calculate velocity at t equal to 4 seconds. So can't we write the equation of acceleration versus time? Can't we write acceleration as a function of time from this curve? We can, because this is a straight line curve. And here slope is equal to how much? Slope is -1, because it is making obtuse angle with the positive direction of x-axis. And y is 8, x is 8. So slope value is 8 by 8 plus 1. But it will be negative because it's making obtuse angle with the positive direction of x-axis. तो इक्वेशन अगर आप लिखते हो एक्सेलरेशन का, सो a इक्वल टू माइनस एम एक्स की जगह t है, सो दिस इज -1 into t plus c y intercept. So here y intercept is 8, so this is this. Acceleration is this. We have to calculate velocity at 4 seconds. So a को आप क्या लिख सकते हो? dv by dt. This is 8 minus t. ठीक है? dv can be written as 8 minus t dt. Now you just need to integrate it. So at t equal to 0, initial speed is given 3 meter per second. At t equal to 4 seconds, we have to calculate, let's say velocity value is u. Now if you solve it, it will become u minus 3, and this is equal to how much? This is equal to 8t minus t square by 2. Done hai? And this is 0 to 4. So u minus 3 is equal to 32 minus 8. So this is 24 kind of, है ना? So u is equal to 27 meter per second. So 17 का correct option क्या होगा? A. So answer is your what? It is A. Now, the graph shows the variation of velocity of a rocket with time. The maximum height attained by the rocket is. So, when something attains maximum height, when you are throwing something, when will it attain maximum height? The point at which its velocity will become 0. So, this is a velocity time curve. Try to see where the velocity is becoming 0. So, its velocity increased, then it started decreasing, and here it is becoming what? 0. So here velocity is 0. It means whatever value of displacement is at this point, that is the maximum height, right? Then how to calculate it? We know that area under VT curve gives us change in displacement. So suppose we know what is displacement at 10 seconds, and what is the change in displacement in this duration, then we can calculate what will be displacement at t equal to, sorry, this is time, right? Yes, at t equal to 110 second. Okay, so let's calculate it. If we know displacement at, like, it is starting from t equal to 0 and initial velocity is v equal to 0. So let's calculate first change in displacement in this time interval. Okay, so change in displacement in which time interval? 0 से 10. Okay, what it will be? It will be area under this curve. So area under this curve will be half into 10 into 1000. So this is equal to how much? 5000, that is 5 kilometers. So initially, if it is, nothing is given about initial things. So initially, if it is starting from s equal to 0, then at s equal to 10, its position is how much? Its position is at 5 kilometers. It is at 5 kilometer height. Now, from 10 to 110 second, how much change in displacement happened? So for that, you will calculate area under second triangle. So delta S in 10 to 110 second will be equal to how much? It will be half into 100 into 1000. So this is equal to how much? This is equal to, this will become 50. So 50,000, that is 50 kilometers. Okay. So here if you write, this is S110 minus S10. Okay. So what is S110? So this is 50 plus S10, and this will become equal to how much? 55 kilometers. So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be your C. Okay, this is question number 18. Yes. So correct answer is your C. Let's now solve this question. So in a motion with constant acceleration in 5 seconds, velocity is reduced to 0 momentarily and body covers a distance of 50 meters. Okay. So acceleration here is what? It is constant. And in 5 seconds, velocity is reduced to 0. Velocity is becoming 0 in at t equal to 5 seconds. And body covers a distance of 50 meter. During this time, how much distance it is covering? 50 meter. The distance covered in next 10 seconds will be what? So you just see here, it is moving with constant acceleration. Initially, it was moving, and then its velocity become 0 at certain time. It means it must have certain initial speed, and it was moving in this sense, and acceleration must have been acting in this sense. Then only its velocity can become 0 at certain instant of time. And suppose here it is becoming 0, after that the body will start moving in this direction, because at here velocity is 0, acceleration in this direction, so body will start moving this way. Okay, so we need to calculate A in order to calculate how much distance it will cover in next 10 seconds. That is, after its velocity has become 0, thereafter if we talk about 10 seconds, then how much displacement? So let's solve it now. S is equal to ut plus half at square we can use. And also we can use here v equal to u plus at. So v is equal to, u is not given, right? So u plus at. So v is becoming 0. ठीक है, u we are not given, so चलो u को u लिखते हैं. Acceleration is negative, right? So minus a in how much time? 5a. So u is equal to 5a. This is first thing we are getting. Now let's put the value in first equation. So s is equal to क्या दिया हुआ है? That is given you 50 meter. So this is equal to u into t. So u is 5a into time is 5 seconds. Again acceleration negative, minus half a into 25. Okay, so this will become how much? 25 minus 25a by 2. So this is 25a by 2. Okay, and this is 50. Done hai? So how much value we are going to get? We will get how much? Here acceleration value is 15 to 2 by 25. That is 4 meter per second square. So acceleration we have got. Now let's calculate how much distance it will cover in next 10 seconds with initial speed being 0, because here speed is becoming what? 0. Let's calculate that now. So S is equal to आप क्या लिखोगे? ut that is 0, half a that is 4 into t का square that is 100. So this is becoming how much? This is becoming 200 meter. So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be your B. So let's say answer is here. Now, the displacement x of a particle in a straight line motion is given by this. The correct representation of its motion is. So, just look at this is x as a function of time, and also here xt curve is given. So, ideally what we do is we try to first check ki, like if we put here t equal to 0, then at t equal to 0, x will become how much? 1. So first we try to keep the initial values and then check what is the value of another, that is time value we put initial time 0, and then another value that is displacement we are getting as 1. Right now try to check the same thing in the graph. So in the first case, at t equal to 0, you see here x is equal to 0. Here t is 0, x is also 0. So this can't be the answer. So this cannot be. And here at t equal to 0, x is not 0. Here also it is not 0. Here also it is not 0. So in all these three cases, t is equal to like in all these three cases at t equal to 0, x is not 0. So this B, C, D can be the option. Now let's have another check. So here another check that we can do is, let's calculate the velocity. So because slope of xt curve will give velocity. So dx by dt, if you will do, dx by dt you will get minus 1 minus 2t. So at at t equal to 0, if I calculate velocity at t equal to 0, again initial velocity, then this is minus 1 meter per second. That is negative. Now try to see in which curve at t equal to 0, slope is negative. If you talk here the slope is positive at t equal to 0. If you talk here also slope looks like if you extend it, it is making some acute angle with the time axis. So again here also it is positive. And here if you see tangent agar aap draw karte ho, so it will meet time axis like this, and here angle is obtuse, here the slope is negative. So correct option is B. Now so answer is B. Now let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is the altitude time graph for a projectile thrown horizontally from the top of tower? So suppose this is the tower and you are throwing a ball horizontally. Done. So its initial velocity is in horizontal direction. This is not 0, but initial velocity in the y direction is what? It is 0. So here we need to write it is 0. So this is 0. Now uy can be written as what? dh by dt. So dh by dt is 0. And here h versus t curve is given, right? So try to check where initial speed is 0. Done. So here if you draw the slope, this slope is not going to be 0. It is making some positive angle with the time axis. Here also at t equal to 0, slope is not 0. Here also at t equal to 0, slope is not 0. And here at t equal to 0, you can see slope is parallel to the time axis. So here the slope is 0. It means initial speed here is what? 0. So for question number 24, what will be the correct answer? Correct answer will be your D. Okay? Now let us solve this question. The speed of swimmer in still water is 20 meter per second. So speed of swimmer with respect to river is how much? This is 20 meter per second. The speed of river water, that is speed of river with respect to ground, is 10 meter per second. And it's flowing due east. So river water is flowing due what? It is flowing due east. If he is standing on the south bank and wishes to cross the river along the shortest path, so he wants to cross the river along the shortest path. Yani ki he wants to start from A and end at B. But because of river current, if he heads in this direction, if he starts swimming in this direction, then because of river water, he will get thrown somewhere here. It means he must swim in such a way that he can neglect the effect of river current. So for that, he will swim in this sense. Done. Why? Because let's see here. If this is theta, then speed of swimmer with respect to river will have component in the west direction. So VSR sine theta. If this is equal to VRG, then the person will have only velocity along AB, and then he will be able to travel along the shortest path. So VSR का value put कर दो, 20 sin theta is equal to 10. So theta is equal to 30 degrees. So this theta is how much? 30 degrees. So we have to answer with respect to north. So with respect to north, it is 30 degree west, in west direction. So this is 30 degree west. Correct answer is your B. ठीक है? चलो. Now let's do this question. A particle located in one-dimensional potential field has its potential energy function as Ux equal to this, right? Where A and B are positive constant, position of equilibrium. We have to calculate. This thing you will read in your work energy chapter. But here note is given, position of equilibrium occurs when potential energy is at its global minima. So you must have studied how to calculate minima and maxima. How we do it? So if you have to calculate minima, we differentiate it for the first time with respect to the variable given. So here variable is x. So first we will differentiate potential energy with respect to x, negative differentiation, and this we will equate to 0. Now, when we will equate it to 0, we will get certain value of x. Suppose x1, x2, something we got. Done. Again, what we will do, we will, whatever differentiation we are getting here, we will double differentiate it. So, double differentiation of x we will do. Okay? So, we will get here something. Now, in that something, put the value of x and check if that something is coming positive or negative. If it is coming positive, it means at x1 it is minima, and if it is coming negative, it means at x1 it is maximum. So let's do it here first step. So इसको differentiate करो पहले, and if u x here can be written as what? A x का power, this is -4 minus b का power -2. So if you are going to do minus dux by dx, I will write here minus. So this is -4 a by x का power 5, और यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा +2 b by x का power q. ठीक है. So if we equate it to 0, if you're going to equate it to 0, what you will be getting? So this is 4a divided by x ka power 5 is equal to 2b divided by x ka power q. So here it will become x के 5 को x square यहाँ पे रखो, and x square is equal to 4a by 2b. So this is your 2a by b. So x का value we are getting only one x का value, और another also we can get like x square को यहाँ पे मैंने हटा दिया. So if you write it properly here, जैसे यहाँ पे देखो, इस इक्वेशन को ध्यान से देखो, x 5 था और x क्यूब था. So if you will do here one thing, कैसे कर सकते हैं उसको? जैसे x क्यूब 4a minus 2b, how much? x 5 is equal to 0. ऐसा है. So if you're going to take x square or x cube as common, ठीक है, how much value it will become? 4a minus 2b x square. This is equal to 0. So here x can be equal to 0 and this can be equal to 0. So when we are equating this to be 0, x is coming as 2a by b. ठीक है. So this is what we are getting here. Now what we need to do, we have two value of x. Do the double differentiation. So if you are going to do the double differentiation, what value we will get? So let's write it here. If you are going to do the double differentiation, क्या लिखोगे? So write it here. This is the first differentiation, right? So this is equal to what? 4a by x5. So u सिंगल डिफरेंशिएशन का वैल्यू आया है हमारा. दिस इज 4a x का पावर -5 minus 2b x का पावर -3. If we differentiate it again, we will get how much? -5. ठीक है. -5 into 4a x का पावर 6 और minus plus it will become, so 2b into 3 by x ka power 4. So if you're going to put x equal to 0, this is going to be not defined, so let's leave it. If we are going to put the value of x equal to root under 2a by b, there is only one value left. Okay, so we don't need to check actually, because the one that is left will be the answer. X equal to 0, it's not defined, and it is also not in our option, so we don't need to check. X equal to root under 2a by b पे हमारा वैल्यू क्या आएगा? मिनिमा आएगा. So 26 के लिए करेक्ट ऑप्शन क्या होगा? B. So what are the steps actually? That is clear. We need to, if you have to calculate global minima for certain function. So here potential energy as a function of x is given. Calculate first differentiation, equate it to 0, find out the values, calculate double differentiation, put those values there, see if that is coming negative or positive. If the second differentiation value at those values of x is positive, it means at those value of x the function is minima, otherwise it is maximum. Okay, chalo. So answer here we got was B. Now, the velocity of projectile at initial point A is this. Its velocity at point B is how much? So if you see here, like we don't need to solve this question. At point A, velocity is in this direction. At point B, velocity is in this sense, right? Where is the loss of energy? Just look at the energy. Like when the ball will go up, its kinetic energy will decrease because potential is increasing, because height is increasing. But when it is started from here and it has reached here, so here also height was 0, here also height was 0. So here also kinetic energy should be what? Same. So velocity value should be same. So here if its velocity is v, then magnitude of velocity should be here also v. But what is the change since acceleration in downward direction has acted? What will happen here? Initially, velocity was in x direction and positive y direction. Because of acceleration in downward direction, this velocity in upward direction will become here in downward direction, and velocity in x direction will remain the same because there is no acceleration in x direction. So finally, magnitude of velocity will be same as at initial point, only orientation has changed, that also because of gravitational force has acted throughout the motion, and that is why y component of velocity's direction has changed. Okay, so here the velocity will be what? If initial velocity is 2i plus 3j cap, x direction ki velocity will remain the same, that is 2i cap, and velocity in y direction also magnitude will remain the same because from h equal to 0 it started and h equal to 0 it has reached. So magnitude will same but direction will change. So this will be your answer. So 2i minus 3j cap. So correct option is going to be B. So answer will be what? It will be your B. Now let's look at this question. A bus with a vertical windshield moves horizontally at a speed of 40 km per hour while rain is falling vertically at a speed of 30 km per hour. Okay? So the angle at which raindrops strike the windshield. It means what we have to calculate? Velocity of rain with respect to the bus or with respect to windshield. Done. And this we need to do vectorially because we have to deal with angle here. So let's look at the diagram now. So if this is a bus and this is its windshield, windshield is vertical, it is given, right? So what is happening here? It is moving forward with a speed of 40 km per hour and rain is falling vertically down with respect to ground. So in which direction will it fall with respect to the bus? For that, we will do VR minus PB. So if you look at here, VR minus PB, if you're going to do, then velocity of rain is in which direction? Velocity of rain is falling in this direction, and velocity of bus with minus sign, velocity of bus is in this sense. So VR minus VB if you're going to do, it means you're going to do VR plus of minus VB. So minus VB in this sense. And if you're going to add these two, it will give you this. So this is the speed of rain with respect to bus. So at this angle, it will strike the wind cell. Done. So we have to calculate angle with the windshield. Yani ki this angle we need to see. So this is 40 and this is 30, right? 40 is the speed of bus, 30 is the speed of rain. So if you calculate here tan theta will be 40 by 30. So this is your 4 by 3. So this is your how much? This will be equal to 53 degree. Okay? So correct answer is your C. Answer will be C. Now let's move on to the next. A gun fires two bullets 60 degree and 30 degree with the horizontal. Bullets strike at same horizontal distance. It must be here. The ratio of, there is mistake, I guess. SOME, it should be same. The ratio of maximum height for the two bullets is in the ratio of what? So maximum height, if we calculate, maximum height का formula क्या है? UY square by 2G. Okay? So here we need to see what is the ratio of their velocities, individual velocities. So horizontal distance is same. In that case, you can write U square sine 2 theta 1 by 2g is equal to u2 square sine 2 theta 2 by 2g. ठीक है? So u1 square sine 2 theta means sine 120 and this is equal to u2 square sine 30 into 2, that is your 60. So here u1 is equal to u2. Now let's calculate the things over here. We have to calculate ratio of maximum height. So h1 by h2 will be equal to what? u1 square sine square theta 1 divided by u2 square sine square theta 2. So this is equal to sine 60 root 3 by 2 ka whole square by 1 by 2 ka whole square. So this is 3:1. So correct answer will be your B. Answer is what? It is B. Now, airplane A and B are flying with constant velocity in the same vertical plane at an angle 30 degree and 60 degree with respect to horizontal, respectively. So just look at the diagram carefully. It is moving at an angle of 30 degree and this is moving at an angle of 60 degree, like that. Okay. Now what is happening? The speed of A is 100 root 3 meter per second. So its speed is 100 root 3 meter per second. At time t equal to 0, an observer in A is what? A is this. So there is an observer in A. Yani ki a reference point is lying at A. And what he sees or she sees, he or she sees B at a distance of 500 meter. The observer sees B moving with a constant velocity perpendicular to the line of motion of A. So, for an observer in A, B seems like B is moving in this direction. And this separation is how much? 500 meter, according to observer in A. So, everything is happening relative to A. So, if you see here, velocity of B with respect to ground is in this direction. Done. If we take, suppose कर लो यहाँ पे मैंने एक direction लिया. This is the direction of A. Suppose this is the direction of A. This is the direction of B. B and A के बीच में angle कितना है? This is 30 degree. This is 60 degree. So this is 60 degree वाला. This is B and this is A, 30 degree. So angle between B and A is how much? 30 degree. So what I am going to do here is, look at carefully, this was the line of motion of B. Here I have parallelly translated A and written here. So this is how much? 30 degree. Now for an observer in A, if velocity of B looks like in this direction, it means component of velocity of B. This is 90 degree, right? So component of velocity of B in this direction is going to be how much? That is going to be your along, I mean, see here. This is your B ka motion, okay? And this is your A ka motion. B is moving in this sense. This is your A ka motion, okay? So if I write here A, okay? And according to observer in A, what it seems like B is moving along this direction. B is moving along this direction, along A. Perpendicular दिया हुआ है ना, the observer sees B moving with a constant velocity perpendicular to the line of motion of A. Perpendicular to this line, not to this line. Okay? So this line is perpendicular to this line. Now, according to observer in A, component of VB along A. Suppose component of VB along A kitna hoga? So this is 30 degrees. So this is, let's first understand, VB cos 30. And what will be component of B along this line? That will be your VB sine 60. Because this pole is going to be 90 degree. Kaise? Because this line is perpendicular to the line of motion of A. And here this is also line of motion of A. So this line is perpendicular to this also. Not on B, on A, right? So this angle is 60 degree. This is 30 degree. So velocity of B along A is VB cos 30 and perpendicular to A is VB sin 60. Now, observer in A sees B moving perpendicular to it. It means whatever is the velocity of B along A should be equal to velocity of A. Then only relative velocity of B with respect to E is along the perpendicular direction. क्योंकि अगर आप यहाँ पे relative velocity निकालते हो B का with respect to A, what you will do VB minus BA. ठीक है? So if we do it in two directions, in this direction and in this direction, we are given that relative velocity, this is along this direction. It is given in the question, this is along this direction. It means relative velocity in this direction is 0. इसका मतलब in the direction of A, velocity of B and velocity of A is same. That is VB cos 30 is BA. That is why I did this. चलो अब क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करते हैं. So VB is given. What is given here? The speed of A is given. That is 100 root 3. So this is 100 root 3. Cos 30 will be root 3 by 2. and this is VB. So this is root 3. VB is equal to how much? 200 meter per second. This is your VB. Now we have to calculate the time T naught just escapes at time T naught. A just escapes being hit by B. Yani ki at time T naught B has reached at A. Done. So if we talk in relative concept, then relative separation between A and B was how much? 500 meter. So time taken will be how much? Time taken will be relative separation by relative speed. So relative speed in this direction is how much? Relative speed is only in this direction, right? So component of B along this direction was how much? Perpendicular direction. That is VB sine 60 साइन 60 या 30 होगा साइन 30 होगा ना सॉरी यहाँ पे मैंने मिस्टेक किया दिस एंगल इज 30 ना सो दिस विल बी वीबी साइन 30 सो 200 into साइन 30 दैट इज 1/2 सो 2 कैंसिल होगा 0 कैंसिल हुआ दिस इज 5 6 सो आंसर विल बी 5 6 सो दिस इज द क्वेश्चन ऑफ रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी आंसर कितना आया हमारा 5 6 Now, a ball is thrown from a point P, a point with a speed v naught at an angle of projection theta. So, at angle of projection theta, we are throwing something at a speed v naught. From the same point and at the same instant, a person starts running with a speed v naught by 2 to catch the ball. So, from here, a person starts running with a speed v naught by 2. Will the person be able to catch the ball? If yes, then what should be the angle of projection? So, if the person is able to catch the ball, it means what? Its meaning is simple. जैसे देख लो यहाँ से, if it is, if the trajectory is something like this, then from here, if it starts moving, ball will end here, and ball will come here at what time? It will come here at time of flight, that is 2u/g. And if at this time the person is able to reach here, he will be able to catch the ball. ठीक है सो लाइक इन टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट v0/2 into time of flight should be equal to what speed of this ball in horizontal direction, that is v0 cos theta into time of flight. These two should be equal, right? So if you cut it here like this, यहाँ पे cos theta का कुछ value हमें मिल रहा है, it means it is possible, right? So theta is equal to 60 degrees. Done. So yes, it is possible if the person is throwing the ball at an angle 60 degrees with the horizontal. Okay, so answer will be what? A. Correct answer is your A. Find the acceleration A with respect to ground for the given arrangement. Now, this, just look at the arrangement. If this B is moving in this sense, what will be the acceleration? Suppose B is accelerating in this direction. Then together with B, A is also accelerating in this direction. And in addition to that, A will also move up or down because it is connected to the pulley. So it is there to move in the vertical sense, right? So now we need to check what will be the vertical acceleration of A, because A has acceleration same as B in the horizontal direction, because horizontally, see, this pulley is connected to the body B, directly connected. It means at whatever acceleration B is moving in the horizontal direction, same acceleration this pulley is having in the horizontal direction, and A is connected to this pulley again directly. It means A will have horizontal acceleration of B, that is 3 meter per second square. Now, will A have some vertical acceleration? Let's look at here. Suppose कर लो मैंने यहाँ पे इस block को I have moved it by this. So if I'm moving it by this distance, it means this string will get stretched by this string will get stretched by this by this, and this by this. So if it is moving by distance x, a string length getting increased is x, 4x. Okay? So if it is moving by x, these distances or a string change length is how much? 4x. Now, from where this extra length of a string will come? If A is moving upward, if A is going upward, it is release some string. Okay? So if it is going upward by whatever distance, the same amount of a string is getting released, and that string, this block B will use to move forward. ठीक है? So if it is moving forward, it means this block A is moving in the upward direction. क्योंकि ये upward जब जाएगा, then only this string length will decrease, and that decrease in length will appear as increase in this length, these lengths, right? So if it is moving up by y, it means y is equal to how much? That is equal to 4x, where x is distance getting moved by block B. So acceleration of velocity of y, that is dy by dt, will be equal to 4 dx by dt. यानी कि velocity of block A in the vertical direction is equal to 4 into velocity of B. Done. Similarly, acceleration, if you calculate, it will be 4 into acceleration of B. So this block in vertical direction has acceleration 12 meter per second square. Now, what will be its total acceleration? We just add these two. So it will be 144 plus 9 ka root under. So this is equal to 153. So correct option for question number 36 will be what? It should be A. Okay? So answer is what? It is A. Now, an average force of 125 Newton is applied on a machine gun firing bullet, each of mass 10 gram at the speed of 250 meter per second to keep it in position. There is a machine gun. When the machine gun will fire a bullet, like bullet inside was in rest. So if it is firing it, that bullet is gaining some velocity. It means there is change in momentum of the bullet. And if there is change in momentum, force will come. And in that case, machine gun will recoil. Done. So keep it at rest, we need to apply it some force. That is why when you are firing a gun, it's not an easy task. You need to apply that force in order to avoid such dangerous recoiling, right? So here 125 Newton force is getting applied to keep it in rest. How many number of bullets will come out then? So suppose kar lo n number of bullets are coming out. So for one bullet, what is the change in momentum for one bullet? That is 10 gram, that is 10 by 1000 into velocity, that is 250. Okay? So that is 2.5 unit change in momentum. Suppose kar lo, n bullets are coming per second. So what is the momentum change per second? So momentum change per second, where delta t is 1 second here, will be n into 2.5. And this is force, and this is here equal to 1 to 5. So 10 लिख लो यहाँ से 5 n equal to 50. So correct answer for 37 will be what? B. Answer is what? B. Now let's look at this case. A 60 kg monkey climbs on a rope which can withstand a maximum tension of 900 Newton. Now there is a string and there is a monkey climbing. Okay? How much tension it can maximum sustain? It is 900 Newton. Beyond it, if tension arises, it will break. The case in which rope will break. कौन से केस में rope break करेगा? चलो पहला केस में equation लिखते हैं. Climbs up with acceleration this. So monkey is climbing up. So suppose कर लो ये ऊपर जा रहा है. Now on monkey, what will be the forces acting? Tension force upward. Because tension always act away from the body, and the monkey is holding the string, so it is stretching the string. A string will pull it upward. That monkey, so tension upward always, and then downward mg, and it is accelerating with 6 meter per second square. So t minus mg will be equal to how much? M into 6. So t equal to how much? Mass of monkey is how much? 60 kg. So this is 600 plus 60 into 6. So this is greater than 900, right? This is 360, right? So this will become 960 Newton. Here tension is becoming greater than 900 Newton. So here it will break. Correct option should be A. But let me for you check another option. B को चलो मैं check करके दिखाती हूँ. Climbs down with an acceleration B. So if it is climbing down, in that case, again tension तो हमेशा up लगता है. Force, gravitational force mg, that is 600 Newton, and it is coming down 4 meter per second. So net force will be in the downward direction. So 600 minus t is equal to 60 into 4. So T equal to 600 minus 240. So here definitely tension is less than 9. Similarly, you can check with the other. Correct option is what? 8. Okay. Now, for a given system, find out T1 dash and T2 dash respectively. So T1 dash or T2 dash kya? For that, we need to calculate tension in these two strings. Now, nothing is given about pulley, so we will take pulley as massless. ठीक है, पुली को हम क्या लेकर चलेंगे? Massless लेकर चलते हैं. In that case, we can see that tension in this string will be same as tension in this, because you will learn, or you must have learned already, like if there is a string and if there is no masses in between, then throughout tension will be what? Same. Suppose I talk about this string. So tension in this and this will be different because there is mass in between. So if it is massless, if pulley is massless, tension will be same throughout. So T1, if it is T1, then here also it is T1. Now this is T1, it cannot be T1 because 6 kg mass is in between. If it is T2, then it will be T2 because this pulley is mass. Okay. Now let's solve the question. Suppose Kalo, this 9 kg is going down. So 5 kg will go up. If it is going down with A acceleration, it will go up with A acceleration. Simple, है ना? Now let's write the equation. Agar we write the equation for this 9 kg, so 90 Newton, that is 9G minus T1 will be equal to 9A. Okay? And here if you write, in this case, it is going up, so T2 minus 50 is equal to 5A. And if you write for this is also going in this direction. So you will write here T2 minus T1 minus T2 is equal to 6A. So this is all, right? Because gravitational force here won't come into action because that will be responsible for motion in the vertical sense. Here it is moving in the horizontal sense. Now T1 minus T2 we got. From here, can we get T2 minus T1? मिल सकता है क्या? Let's calculate it here. So T2 minus T1, if we see here, it will be equal to how much? T2 minus T1, 90 minus 50 plus 40 is, we are adding these two, right? So this will become 40T. Okay? So T2 minus T1 is equal to how much? T2 minus T1 is equal to 14A minus 40. Okay? Now, if we add these two, this will become 0. And what will be the acceleration here? Acceleration will be, we are adding it, right? So 14A plus 6A will become 20A is equal to 40. So acceleration is 2 meter per second. So now, can we calculate T1 and T2? So easily we can do. So चलो अब T1 और T2 निकाल लेते हैं. So T1 is equal to, यहाँ से देख लो कितना होगा. This is 9 into 2, 18. 90 minus 18, that is 72 Newton. ठीक है? And T2 will be how much? T2 is equal to 50 plus 5A. So that will be 60 Newton. Now what will be T1 dash? So T1 dash, see here, look at the pulley now. So let me erase this thing from here so that I can show you for the first pulley. If you see here, this is the pulley. So on pulley, again tension away from the body. So T1 here and here is the T2. So net force will be in this sense, and this is what? T1 dash. This is the T1 dash, right? So if you calculate T1 dash here, this will be resultant of T1 and T2. So 72 का square plus, okay, so this is T1, this is also T1, right? T2 नहीं है, sorry. यहाँ पे T1 है, यहाँ भी T1 है. So avoiding mistake here, T1. So this will become 72 का square, T dash will become 72 का square का root under. So this is, no, 72 का square plus 72 का square. Two forces we are adding at 90 degree, right? This is one force, this is another force. Angle is 90 degree. So A square plus B square root under. So this thing I did here, and this will give you 72 root 2. Similarly, this will give you 60 degree. Done. So correct answer will be your B. 41 I hope it is clear. I have explained it, I hope. Chalo. So 41 answer. So here answer is what? It is B. Now let's look at another question. A block A of mass 7 kg is placed on a frictionless table. A thread tied to it passes over a frictionless pulley and carries a body B of mass 3 kg at the another end. Acceleration of the. Now this is kept on frictionless surface. Then so no friction force. Gravity का force downward, Newton normal reaction upward, and in horizontal sense there is only one force, that is tension acting away, that is in this sense. So if A is moving on the surface, it will move in this direction because of tension. So T will be equal to mass of A, that is 7, into acceleration of A. So if A is coming in this direction, B will go down with the same acceleration, A, right? Okay? So now let's write the equation of B. So niche, in the downward sense, gravitational force will act. And what is the mass of A? Sorry, mass of B. Mass of B is 3 kg. So 3 kg into G, acceleration due to gravity. So net force will be 30 Newton in the downward direction, and in upward direction it will be tension. So here if you write 30 minus tension will be equal to 3A. And tension can be written as 7A. So 30 minus 7A equal to 3A. So 10A is equal to 30. So A equal to 3 meter per second square. So correct answer will be your B. Answer is B. Now, a block root 3 kg, this is attached to a string which other end is attached to the wall. An unknown force F is applied so that the string makes an angle of 30 degrees with the wall. The tension T is. So what will be the tension in this case? If you see here, this is the force getting applied to keep things in the state that you can see in the question. So ऐसे अगर रखना है, we are applying for that force F. Now, if you break all the forces, here tension is T. This angle is 60 degrees. So this tension component will be here in this sense, how much? T sine 60. And this is how much? T cos 60. Now, since at this point force is acting, tension in the string here and here will be different, because in somewhere in the middle there is another force acting. So tension will change. Suppose it's a string ka tension T dash something. So on this string tension is T dash, then T dash will act upward on this body and gravitational force downward, root 3 into 10. Okay. Now let's talk about the equilibrium. So if we talk about equilibrium of root 3 kg, then on root 3 kg, T dash is acting in the upward and root 3 into 10 is acting in the downward. If it is in race, this two has to be equal. So T dash ka value हमें मिल गया. Now talk about the equilibrium of this point. So T sine 60 will be equal to how much? T dash. Because at this point, T dash will act in the downward sense. Why downward? Because tension always acts away from the body. So T dash. So T dash is equal to this. Now T sine 60 is root 3 by 2. And T dash is how much here? Root 3 into 10. So this will get cancelled and T equal to 20 Newton. So correct answer will be A. Okay. So answer is your A. Now a pendulum is suspended from the ceiling of a train. When the train is moving with acceleration A, pendulum is inclined at an angle 30 degrees with the vertical. Then the value of A is. Just imagine here, suppose this is the train and this train is in rest. So pendulum is like this. Once you will accelerate it, what will happen? So if it is accelerating, suppose I am standing here and I am writing the equation of pendulum sitting in the car. So I am in non-inertial frame. What I will do, I will apply a pseudo force on this to write the equation. Because if you write equation from non-inertial frame, first we apply pseudo force before writing any other force. So MA I am applying here. Pseudo force we always apply opposite to the direction of acceleration of frame. Okay? So here mass is, M is mass of this pendulum. Now let's write other forces. So tension T and niche mg. So because of this MA force acting in the horizontal sense, this pendulum is go like this and somewhere it will come to rest. Suppose. So if it is coming to rest, it means some tension some horizontal component is balancing MA, then only it is coming in rest. So let's write that now. In the question, what is given? Theta is how much? 30 degree with the vertical. So this is 30 degree. Okay. So this angle is also 30 degree. If it is P, then this is P cos 30. Okay. And this is your mg. This was your ma. And this is your T sine 30. So let's write here now. T sine 30 is equal to ma and T cos 30 is equal to mg. Okay. Let's balance it now. Sine 30 by cos 30, tan 30, that is root 3. And this is your m cancelled, a by g. Am I correct? A by g. So a is coming to be root under 3g. Is it okay? Okay, let me check the answer first. सॉरी एक्चुअली यहाँ पे मैंने tan 30 को हम क्या लिखते हैं? tan 30 is not root 3, that is 1 by root 3. I'm sorry, really sorry. A is equal to g by root 3. So correct answer will be your B. ठीक है? Answer is your B. Now let's do the next. Effective weight of a man in a lift accelerating downward is 1 by 4 times of its actual weight. This is 1 by 4, right? Then what is the acceleration of lift? So there is a lift and lift is accelerating downward, and the person is standing here and his effective weight is how much? 1 by 4 of its actual weight. So let's write the equation of person. Normal reaction, upward direction, mg. So if lift is coming down, person is also coming down. It means mg minus n is equal to ma. So n is equal to mg minus ma. Okay. So this is basically the effective weight. Normal reaction always provides the effective weight. So this is n. अब इसको अगर आप solve करोगे, n is given as 1 by 4 times of its actual weight. So actual weight of the person is mg. So this is mg by 4 and this is mg minus n. So ma equal to how much? Mg minus mg by 4. This is 3 by 4 mg. Okay, 3 by 4, sorry, mg, and this is ma, right? So mm will get cancelled. A is equal to 3 by 4 into 10. So if you want to solve this is 15 by 2. So this is 7.5 meter per second square. Okay, so correct answer will be your D. Now, two bullets are fired horizontally and simultaneously towards each other from the roof of top of two buildings. So there are two buildings. Okay? And what we are doing, two buildings 100 meter they are apart and they are of same height, 200 meter, 200 meter with the same velocity. So we are firing two bullets horizontally with the same speed, 25 meter per second, and this is also 25 meter per second. When and where will the two bullets collide? So where will they collide? Now, if I talk about, if I solve it using relative concept, it will be very much easier. Like suppose Carlo, they are colliding somewhere here, suppose here. So how much distance one has covered? This much. Another has covered this much. So in X direction, total distance covered by both will be how much? 100 meters. If I talk about the relative concept, suppose this is bullet A and this is bullet B. Suppose I am talking about velocity of A with respect to B. Whenever you make another, or whenever with respect to another you are calculating something, that another we assume in rest. So when we are calculating velocity of A with respect to B, we will write VA minus VB. Okay, velocity is 25 I cap for this and this is for minus 25 I, because their directions are opposite. So this will become 50 I cap. It means if we say B is in rest, then A is moving in horizontal direction. How much? With what speed? 50 I cap. So relatively, if we are solving, then position of A with respect to B, relatively how much it is? 100 meter. They're 100 meters apart with respect to each other. Okay? So if they are to collide, it means what? Like when and where will the two bullets collide? So at what time will they collide? If I have to calculate time, then it will be XAB by VAB. Done. So if you are looking at the relative thing, it means B is at rest here and A is moving forward with a speed how much? 50 meter per second in the horizontal direction. Again, gravity will be, effect of gravity will be there. A will also sag downward. But just for your clarity, I'm telling you, in horizontal direction, there is no acceleration. So horizontally, if we talk just about the horizontal direction motion, then horizontally it will move forward with a speed of 50 meter per second and horizontal separation is 100 meter. Time taken will be 50 by 100. Sorry, 100 by 50. Distance by speed, right? So this is equal to 2 seconds. So in 2 seconds, they will collide. Now at what height they will collide? So now let's not use the relative concept. Let's see how much distance in vertical direction A has moved in 2 seconds. So S equal to ut plus half at A square. Initial speed in y direction is 0. So half into acceleration. Acceleration is how much? Acceleration due to gravity, T into 2 ka square. Okay? So this will become how much? This will become 20 meter. So 20 meter it will come down. So 20 meter, suppose यहाँ मिला था, so this is 20 meter down. It means from the ground it is at what height? 180 meter because total height is 2 meter. So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be after 2 seconds at a height of 180 meter, not 20 meter, right? So A. Correct answer is your what? A. I hope I have taken all your doubts, all your questions, and really sorry for all those miscalculations sometime somewhere in the question. I hope you will keep attending test, and also if you're having any other doubt in any other questions or even in the question I discussed, you can contact me in the classroom. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.